All right. So you know that the letter A says the ah sound, right? Today I want to teach you what happens when A comes next to the letter M, okay? When A comes next to the letter M, the A is going to say a whiny eh sound, and I'm going to teach you why, okay? So remember we talked about our sounds? We learned to do the sounds first, right? So let's pay attention to our mouth, what we're doing when we say the sound. Can you say it? Go ahead, look in the mirror. Good. So this sound is known as a nasal sound because what's happening is if I put my hand underneath my nose, what do you feel? Do it. Put your hand underneath your nose and say it.
I feel like it's like a straight line.
Good. It's a straight line. Love that you're paying attention to what's happening with your lips. That's right. Our lips are together. But what's happening? What's coming out of your nose? Put your hand here and see what you feel. Do you know what's happening? Do you feel it? What does it feel like?
It's like.
Is your breath coming out of your nose? Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it? So the M, and look at my sound wall here. I'm gonna put everything over here. An M comes through the nose, like in the word mouse. And what's happening is you're actually pushing air up through your nose. It's called a nasal cavity. Like think about like where your snot comes from, right? You're actually pushing air up and through your nose, out of your nose like that. So, and so what happens is when we put A next to M, our mouth is already getting ready to say that, to get ready to push air through our nose. Whoopsie! To push air through our nose. So it's going to make that distorted am because your mouth is getting ready to push it. So try that with me. Ready? Am. It's going to make that whiny A. Sometimes I tell kids that we can look at that A. If I plug my nose like this, ready? And I say, am. What's my word? Am. It's going to help you with that tricky A sound. Okay? So we see that in the word. Ready? Watch me.
Am.
Good. What's the word?
Sam.
Good reading now. Next word. Am. Pam. Good. We can read it here. I am
Sam.
Excellent. So the same thing can happen. That whiny A can happen when it's next to the letter N. Because let's try N. Good. Well, what do you notice about your mouth first? Where's your tongue?
It's at like the top.
Yeah, it's at the top and it's right behind your teeth, right? But it's also a nasal because watch, put your hand under here and say it. Do you feel your breath coming out of your nose?
Not really.
Not really? Kind of, right? There's some air coming out of your nose. So again, if I look at my sound wall here, the my lips are together, and now let's go over to Just like you said, my tongue is behind my top teeth, right? And it's blowing out air. It's coming through my nose. So the same thing is getting ready to happen. My mouth already knows when I want to say this and my mouth already knows that I'm going to push air through my nose. Okay? Does that make sense? So watch me. Or if I go like this, and it's going to be nasally. Okay? It's going to make that whiny A sound. So like we see in the word fan. Good. And we see in the word
tan.
Excellent. I eat an apple. Good. Let's look at this word. An apple. Do you notice how the A sounds very different? This kind of makes. Do you hear the difference?
Different.
Totally different, right? So anytime I see A next to M or I see A next to N, it's going to make that nasally sound. Okay? Let's go ahead and read some words together that have that. Here's your paper. Okay, here we go. Point to every word.
Am.
Good.
Sam. Pam. Ann. Man. Fan. Pan. Tan.
Excellent. Anytime we see that A next to that whiny M or the N, it's going to say eh, like it's whining. Good. And that's because, why is that happening? What kind of sounds are those? Do you remember? What's happening when we say those mms and there's nns? We're getting ready to put air through our nose, right? Kind of cool, huh? All right.